Hello and welcome everyone to the In Focus series of Drishti IAS. My name is Pragya, and in today's interesting episode of this In Focus series, we are going to understand and study about a very crucial and a sensitive topic. The title of our today's discussion is Equal Access of Reservation Benefits in the Scheduled Caste Communities. So in yesterday's episode of Polity Primer, we understood the background of the legal issue before the Honorable Supreme Court of India. We also understood the decision of the Honorable Supreme Court of India in the 𝐈𝐀𝐒 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐤 versus State of Andhra Pradesh case. We also saw that yes, there is a need to reconsider this present judgment in the 𝐈𝐀𝐒 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐤 case. We also understood the observation of the Supreme Court in yet another 2020 ruling that yes, there exists unequals among the equals in the scheduled caste communities. Now, in today's discussion, we are going to understand another important dimension of the same issue that the Indian Parliament is thinking. So, in today's discussion, we'll firstly study about the formation of a very high-level committee. Then we are also going to understand the working of the committee. Then we are also going to see attempts in the past that have been made to sub-categorize the scheduled caste community. Then we are also going to understand the Madiga and the Mala community, and lastly, we'll see a practice question for your prelims examination and a practice question for your mains examination. So if I talk about the background of our today's topic, a high-level committee has been formed by the Union government, and the committee will examine the issue of sub-categorizations in the scheduled caste community. Basically, it is trying to figure out the equitable distribution of the reservation system within the scheduled caste community, and it is also trying to figure out the administrative steps that can be taken. So basically, it is analyzing a very important question, the question of quota within quota. So the state governments have already submitted a report to the union government about the same. They feel that yes, there are certain communities in the SC communities that are deprived of the reservation system, that are educationally backward, that are economically backward, and they are not getting the true benefits of the reservation system. And that is why the parliament has formed this high-level committee. So in today's discussion, we will be trying to find an answer to very important questions such as why has a high-level committee been formed post Prime Minister Narendra Modi's promise to the Madiga community in Telangana? We'll also see what has the community been demanding since the year 1994. And then we'll also try to find an answer to a very important question that forms the foundational stone of our today's discussion, that can Parliament sub-categorize castes within the scheduled caste community. So let us begin with our today's discussion. So firstly, we are going to analyze this formation of a high-level committee by the union government. So the union government has formed a high-level committee of secretaries chaired by the cabinet secretary to evaluate and work out a method for the equitable distribution of benefits, schemes and initiatives to the most backward communities among the over 1200 SC community across the country. So basically, this high-level committee has been formed to analyze equitable distribution of the reservation system. As I have explained, they are also trying to analyze the administrative steps that can be taken to effect the same. Moving forward, the committee's formation is the result of a meeting that was chaired by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in December 2023, weeks after promising to look into the demand for sub-categorization of the scheduled caste community. So this demand has been made time and again by various scheduled caste communities, that they say that they are arguing that yes, we are under-deprived, we are underprivileged, we are more socially and educationally backward, and yet the reservation system is not benefiting us. The reservation system is, utilized by the privileged class of people within our own community, and that is why there is a need to sub-categorize our own community so that the reservation system can be equally distributed. It will examine the administrative steps, as I have said and explained to you, that can be taken to safeguard the interests of the scheduled caste communities like the Madigas and other such groups who have represented that they are not evenly getting their due share of benefits. But this constitution of committee was not an easy task. If there is a debate going around sub-categorization of the scheduled caste community, then you need solid empirical data to back the same. And that is why the union government have asked various state governments to submit reports to the union government regarding the same. And that is why this committee has been constituted, so that there can be clear-cut evidences to show the need for sub-categorization of the scheduled caste communities. Moving forward, let us analyze the working of this high-level committee. So, the committee will comprise secretaries of the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Department of Personnel and Training, the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, the Department of Legal Affairs, and the Department of Social Justice and Empowerment. So, basically, this is a very high-level committee because it will be chaired by the cabinet secretaries of all these departments. And the essential support to this committee will be given by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. And it will basically look into the issue of sub-classification of the scheduled caste communities. As I have explained that this is not an easy task. You need data. You need empirical evidences to show that yes, there are unequals among the equals, because the Supreme Court in the 𝐈𝐀𝐒 case has recognized the scheduled caste community as a single homogeneous group, and that is why the working of this committee becomes even more important. Moreover, the committee will design special initiatives for communities that need it and focusing existing programs and schemes towards them to ensure a more even distribution of the reservation benefits. The panel will also have to figure out on what basis SC communities are going to be shortlisted for special attention, find out the extent to which special initiatives need to be designed for each of them, and then find a way to deliver them. So basically, they have a very tough task in their hand, and that is finding out that the communities, those communities which are not equally represented within the scheduled caste community. Moving forward, let us analyze the attempts that have been made in the past to subcategorize the SC community. So, the demand of the Madigas was raised as early as 1994, and they were saying that though we also fall in the scheduled caste community, but the reservation benefits have been enjoyed by the more privileged Mala community, and that is why since 1994 they are demanding that as we are deprived, as we are more poor in nature, both educationally and economically, and that is why we should also receive equitable benefit of the reservation system. And this has led to the demand of subcategorization of the SC community, which led to the union government seeking legal options to do so the same in the year 2005. So this is not a present issue. This issue has been ongoing since the year 2005. But as I said, government required empirical data. Government required a serious backing, and it was also suggested by the then Attorney General of India that yes, it is not going to be an easy task and you will require data, and that is why finally the government has constituted this committee so that it can collect data and show that yes, there is actually a need to subcategorize the scheduled caste communities. The government also thought of constitutional amendment because it was proposed by the then Attorney General for India that yes, you can do so. You can also amend the constitution to create a subclassification of the scheduled caste communities. But this move was opposed by both National Commission for Scheduled Caste and the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. So that is why they put a stop to this move in the past. It could not succeed. Moving forward, let us analyze the Madiga and the Mala community. So these communities which are in issue as of now in the present issue of sub-categorization of the scheduled caste communities, because the Madigas are raising this demand since the year 1994, as we have studied. So these are the two numerically significant scheduled caste groups in the state of Telangana. Traditionally, Madigas and Malas were engaged in occupations considered unclean by the higher castes, such as leather work, tanning and sanitization work. In fact, they were also involved in the practice of manual scavenging. Moving forward, historically, Madigas have faced discrimination and exclusion for the mainstream society, leading to socio-economic backwardness and poverty. Lack of access to education and limited economic opportunities have been some of the challenges they have confronted. So basically, the Supreme Court in the 2018 case of Jarnail Singh versus Lakshmi Narayan Gupta has recognized creation of a creamy layer within the SC and the ST community as well. The Supreme Court has said in the case that yes, there is a need to create creamy layer for SC and STs as well, because the reservation system is not reaching to the ground level. It is only being enjoyed by the privileged people in those communities, and that is why you need to have the creamy layer concept in the SC and the ST community as well, because we already have it in the OBC community. In fact, sub-categorization of the OBCs is also an issue, and the Parliament had already appointed the G. Rohini Commission, which submitted its report to the Parliament on July 31, 2023. However, that report has not been made public yet. So both Supreme Court and Parliament have realized that yes, there is a need to subcategorize the SC community, ST community as well as the OBC community. They have found out the flaws in the Indian reservation system, that yes, that is being enjoyed by the privileged communities within those communities, and that is why they are taking all of the efforts. Now you will ask me, ma'am, is subclassification of SCs possible by the Parliament? The answer is yes. Although the move was opposed by the National Commission for Scheduled Castes and the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, but they agreed that there is no barrier under Article 341 of our Indian Constitution to the Parliament in doing so. The Parliament is empowered under Article 341 of our Indian Constitution to subcategorize the SC category. In fact, if you talk about Article 16 clause 4 of our Indian Constitution, it basically talks about having educational policies and other such affirmative state action policies if the state government feels that yes, some of the people or some of the communities within the communities are more underrepresented, are more deprived of the benefits. So basically, Article 16 for clause 4 is also an empowering provision regarding the same. So both Article 341 of the Indian Constitution and Article 16 clause 4 empower the Parliament to amend the Constitution and subclassify the schedule SC list, that is decided by the Honorable President of India. Okay, so the Parliament is empowered to do so. Okay, so we have finally realized that yes, Indian reservation system is very flawed in nature, and we have evidences to show that even the Parliament and the Supreme Court have agreed that yes, there exists a creamy layer not only in the OBC community but SC and ST community as well, which are taking the maximum benefits out of the reservation system. So let me know in the comment box below, what do you think? Does India's reservation system requires improvement? Should we exclude the creamy layer from availing the benefits of the reservation system? Let me know in the comment box below. With this, we come to a conclusion of our today's discussion. We have seen the demand of the SC communities, that yes, they especially the Madiga communities in Telangana, that yes, they are underdeveloped and deprived of the reservation benefits. We have also seen that yes, the Parliament, apart from the case that is going on before the Honorable Supreme Court of India, as I have explained in the Polity Primer lecture, that yes, the case is presently sub judice before a 7 judges bench of the Supreme Court. And the legal issue in that case, I have already explained. And we have also seen the working of the committee. We have also seen the Madiga and the Mala community in Telangana. In fact, the Telangana government is also trying to conduct a caste-based census to analyze and determine the reservation system. Okay, so we have seen all of this. Now let us discuss a practice question for your preliminary examination. So the question is, consider the following statements. Your statement number 1 is, the constitution doesn't specifically define the terms scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Your statement number 2 is, parliament has the power to sub-categorize the SC community under article 341 of the Indian constitution. Which of these statements given above are correct? Your options are, option A is 1 only, option B is 2 only, option C is 1 and 2, and option D is none of the statements are correct. Kindly drop your answer in the comment box below. Now let us analyze a practice question for your mains examination. So the question is, highlight the importance of equitable distribution of reservation system in India. So you will write the basic legal issue that whether there is a need to subcategorize the scheduled caste communities, and you will also say that the Supreme Court has also opined that yes, there is a need to create creamy layer within the SC and the ST communities. You will also write about the formation of this high level committee. You will also write the working of the committee, the issues that the committee has to figure out, and then you can conclude very holistically that yes, both the parliament and the Supreme Court, even the state governments are agreeing that Indian reservation system is flawed in nature. Basically, the reservation is being taken advantage by the privileged communities within the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe communities, and we definitely need a creamy layer to grant the reservation to at the ground root level to the people who actually need the reservation, and not to those people who are having reservation system who consider it as their right just because they are privileged enough to have reservation. So you can conclude very holistically. You will read the pros and the cons and you can conclude very holistically. And if you want to understand the topic better, do watch the Polity Primer episode on the same issue. I would also like to take this opportunity to inform you about our 40% discount on the Live GS Foundation course. And this discount is valid from 21st to 25th December. The payment can be made in 4 easy EMIs. So the first and the second installment is of 20,000 each, and the third and the fourth installment is of rupees 15,000 each. To know more about the discount or to avail the discount, click on the link that is given in the description box below. I hope this session was insightful for you. If you have any positive feedback regarding the session, kindly drop it in the comment box below. If you found the today's discussion to be helpful and like the today's video, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting updates. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.